He better not cause any trouble.
Use free running to escape from a fight when exposed. Sprint to lose your enemies, and jump through merchant stands to avoid them.
Rafik.
Word has spread of your deeds, Altair. It seems you are sincere in your desire to redeem yourself.
I do what I can.
And sometimes you do it well. I assume it is work that reunites us?
Yes. William of Montferrat is my target. What can you tell me of the man himself?
William has been named regent while the king conducts his war. The people see it as a strange choice given the history between Richard and William's son Conrad. But I think Richard rather clever for it.
Clever how?
Richard and Conrad do not see eye to eye on most matters. Though they are civil enough in public, there are whispers that each intends evil upon the other. And then, there was that business with Akkar's captured Saracens. In its wake, Conrad has returned to Tyre, and Richard has compelled William to remain here as his guest.
You mean his hostage?
Whatever you wish to call it, William's presence here should dissuade Conrad from acting out.
I've never been one for politics.
But surely you realize your every action shapes the course of this land's future. You are a politician too, in your own way.
As you wish. Now where would you suggest I begin my search?
Richard's Citadel, southwest of here. Or rather, the market in front of it. You'll find the Cathedral of the Holy Cross in that direction as well. It's a popular place and should be filled with talkative citizens. Finally, try the border to the west, where the Chain and Hospitaller districts meet. That should start you on your way.
Very well. I won't disturb you further.
It's no trouble at all.
Does he really have a reason for doing that? Look, what's he doing? Leave this place! This place is restricted. Be gone!
Oh God, don't kill me!
Oh, it's you, Altair. You scared me. Richard's men are after me. 2 of them, to be exact. I was trying to strike a deal with them, but I realized that they were toying with me, so I ran away. You shall be the angel of death and collect their heads before they collect mine. When it is done, I shall tell you of the deal.
Please.
You dirty thief! I'll have your hands for that!
Heavens! You frightened me.
You dirty thief! I'll have your hands for that!
Please, don't leave that.
I shall kill you where you stand!
Please.
I'll have your hands for that! Thief! This'll teach you not to steal.
Have you coins, all right? Coins. Please, sir, have any money? No, you don't understand. I'm poor, sir. I need the money. The family's sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins? I beg of you, sir. I beg of you. Just a few coins, please.
You something to say?
Take on, Mug.
What a relief it is to know that I am safe. Thank you, Master. I tried to make a deal with the Citadel guards to leave the gates open even when the alarm sounds. I failed you. So now your only escape from Richard's Citadel will be to climb the fortress walls. Forgive me.
What have I done wrong? Tell me, please.
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal.
Stop it, please. You're hurting
When is he
me.
gonna stop this nonsense?
Let me go, please.
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal. You dare steal in my presence. That will cost you your life.
Please help me. Anyone.
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal. You dirty thief! I'll have your hands for that.
Let me go, please. Please, someone do something.
You dare steal in my presence. That will cost you your life.
Why are you so cruel? What have I done wrong?
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal.
Please help me. Anyone.
Die. thief.
Anyone help me?
Bewegung! Die, thief!
No, please, don't leave like this. Just a few coins, please.
He's going to hurt someone, I know it. Leave, peasant, before I make you. Leave, peasant. You've no reason to be here. Leave now. Leave before I make you.
Let me your ear for a moment, Altair. William of Montferrat has replaced many of the district's honest merchants with men loyal to his cause. He seeks to weaken faith in King Richard by overcharging honest citizens for poorly crafted goods. These corrupt merchants must be removed. Find their stands and destroy them.
I beg of you, sir. I beg of you. Just a few coins, please. Ah, a few coins, all right. Just a few coins.
To reduce prices on
But
everything.
I need money, sir. I'm poor and sick and hungry.
He just ran into someone.
My
he
family's sick
blind?
and dying. Could you spare a few coins?
Run, you damn old Your life ends now. You won't get away from I'll hunt you down.
Kill me.
Where is he? I'll hunt you down. I'm catching up to you. He won't get away that easily. Anyone see him? Get him! Find out where he's fled to. You won't get away from me. What are you doing?
I need food. I'm so hungry.
Rapide,
Just a little money. I
Mr.
beg
Deal.
of you.
Thank you for the help, Altair. It may seem a small thing you've done today, but it's important nonetheless. This bit of paper should prove useful when you finally face William.
Bewegung! Be gone, monk. Glaubst du wirklich, dein Gott schert sich darum, was mit dir passiert? This place is restricted. Be gone! That's all you do!
Why are you doing this?
Glaubst du wirklich, dein Gott schert sich darum, was mit dir passiert? Leave this place! Du bist kein Mensch. You've no reason to be here. Leave now! Dein Gott schert sich darum, was mit dir passiert. Wir können tun, was immer wir wollen.
Wonder where he's off to.
Someone tell me why he's doing that. Be strong. Stand firm. Do not give up. Without our support, Richard and his men cannot hope to free the Holy Land. We must do all we can to aid them in their cause. Tend to your fields. Provide aid to the wounded. Pray for those who sacrifice in service to the Lord. We must all do our part. Remain fixed in your beliefs, though the road is long and your trials many. Upon his people. We came in peace to the Holy Land to spread the message of our Lord, but they turned away. They refused to
Safety and
accept
peace,
him
brother.
as their savior.
Although it seems I'll be receiving neither. Serves me right, I suppose. Got a bit careless, and now William sent his bowmen after me. I deal with them myself, but to be honest, I lack the skill. Would you be willing to seek them out and kill them? I might have something useful for you, were you to accept. But be careful not to let them see you.
We've turned away, and our past misdeeds may be forgotten.
No, please, don't leave like
is
this. Just a
us.
few coins,
And
please.
so I
Hurt
say
himself,
to you,
and when he does,
repent.
I won't help him.
Lay down before
Leave
him
our
and
city.
confess your sins. We will forgive. Such is his nature. And beg forgiveness we must, for only when our hearts and minds are cleansed can victory be assured.
Thank you, Altair. I can once more move freely through the city. In exchange for your aid, take this map I prepared. It shows where William has stationed his other archers. Most useful should you find yourself inside his fortress.
We came in peace to the Holy Land to spread the message of our Lord, but they turned away. They refused.
How much longer must this go on?
He seems to be in a hurry. Stand firm. Help! Please, anyone!
Move. Nous obéissons, Seigneur. Le seul, l'unique. You're no monk. Your God has forsaken you.
Help! I need help! Please!
Glaubst du wirklich, dein Gott schert sich darum?
Why are you so cruel? What have I done wrong?
Die, thief! You dare steal in my... Leave this place! Someone tell me why he's doing that.
Goodness, he's going to hurt someone. The family
Now, wouldn't it be funny if he hurt himself? What's that fool doing?
He better not cause any chaos, can one?
Altair, what brings you back so soon?
I've done as asked and armed myself with knowledge.
Speak, and I will judge.
William's host is large and many men call him master, but he's not without enemies. He and King Richard do not see eye to eye.
It's true, they've never been close.
This works to my advantage. Richard's visit has upset him. Once the king has left, William will retreat into his fortress to brood. He'll be distracted. That's when I will strike.
You're sure of this?
As sure as I can be. And if things change, I'll adapt.
Then I give you leave to go. End the life of Montferrat, that we may call this city free.
I'll return when the deed's been done.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Finest wares in all the land. Leave, peasant, before I make you. This'll teach you not to steal. Thief! This'll teach you not to steal.
What have I done wrong? Tell me, please.
Die, thief!
Anyone help me?
Die, thief! Leave, peasant!
sends hordes of heathen warriors to gather at our gates. But God is also merciful,
Please
and
help
our
me!
past misdeeds may be forgotten. All we need do is ask. Be not afraid. Fear and doubt are the weapons of our enemies. Do not listen to their lies. Poisonous words will destroy the peace.
3,000 souls, William. I was told they would be held as prisoners and used to barter for the release of our men.
The Saracens would not have honored their end of the bargain. You know this to be true. I did you a favor.
Oh, yes. A great favor indeed. Now our enemies will be that much stronger in their convictions. Fight that much harder.
I know our enemy well. They will not be emboldened, but filled with fear.
Tell me, how is it you know the intentions of our enemies so well? You who forsake the field of battle to play at politics.
I did what was right, what was just.
You swore an oath to uphold the work of God, William. But that is not what I see here. No. I see a man who's trampled it.
Your words are most unkind, my liege. I would hope I might have earned your trust by now.
You are Acre's regent, William, set to rule in my stead. How much more trust is required? Perhaps you'd like my crown.
You missed the point. This is nothing new.
Much as I'd like to waste my day trading words with you, I've a war to fight. We'll have to continue this another time.
Do not let me delay you then, Your Grace. I fear there will be no place for men like him in the New World. Send word that I wish to speak with the troops. We must ensure that everyone is doing their part. Warn them that any negligence will be severely punished. I'm in no mood to be trifled with today.
Yes, my lord.
The rest of you, follow me.
Haltet eure Augen offen! Wird bestimmt wiederkommen!
Mets-toi à genoux et implore mon pardon.
Ist ein toter Mann, wenn sich erneut hier zeigt.
And the news is grim. We stand accused
Einmal
of
schon
failing
habt
in
ihr
our
ihn
duties.
verloren. Lasst ihn nicht noch einmal entfliehen. Einmal schon habt ihr ihn verloren. Lasst ihn nicht noch einmal entfliehen. This place is restricted. Be gone!
Tour these grounds, it is easy to find fault, to see imperfection. I fear we have grown slack and lazy.
We are committed! Why do you say that?
I see the way you train. You lack conviction and focus. You gossip and gamble. Tasks set to you are left unfulfilled or poorly performed. This ends today. I will not suffer further degradation at his hands. For whether or not you see it, and you should, this is your fault. You've brought shame upon us all. Skill and dedication are what won us Acre, and they will be required.
Kill the assassin!
I'm supposed to be afraid of you? Good Lord, don't make me laugh. I'm supposed to be afraid of you?
Ne restez pas là, Seigneur.
This supposed to be afraid of you.
Qu'est-ce que tu y tiens? Je vais t'achever. C'est trop facile. Tu ne peux pas m'échapper.
Useless! I'll deal with him myself!
Out of the way!
Guards, seal the fortress!
you.
Do not...
Kill you with my real blows. Soit. Is he trying to fight?
You deserve to die!
You won't get away from me!
Guards, seal the fortress! Do not let the assassin get here alive! Stupid fools! Kill him!
Rest now. Your schemes are at an end.
What do you know of my work?
I know that you are going to murder Richard and claim Akka for your son Conrad.
For Conrad, my son is an arse, unfit to lead his host, let alone a kingdom. And Richard, the Oncino is no better, blinded as he is by faith in the insubstantial. Acre does not belong to either of them.
Then who?
The city belongs to its people.
How can you claim to speak for the citizens? You stole their food, disciplined them without mercy, forced them into service under you.
Everything I did to prepare them for the new world. Stole their food? No. I took possession so that when the lean times came, it might be rationed properly. Look around. My district is without crime, save those committed by you and your ilk. And as for the conscription, they were not being trained to fight. They were being taught the merits of order and discipline. These things are hardly evil.
No matter how noble you believe your intentions, these acts are cruel and cannot continue.
We'll see how sweet they are, the fruits of your labors. You do not free the cities as you believe, but rather damn them. And in the end, you'll have only yourself to blame. You who speak of good intentions.
This is too easy. Come, Zolik!
This shouldn't be too hard.
Get him! Get him!
Stop! Die, heathen! Damn his spot!
Un assassino! Assassino!
C'est un assassin! Yell all you want. It changes nothing.
Don't let him get away!
You're somewhere you shouldn't be. Leave before you get hurt. You're mine! Come back here! Un assassin!
Oh, démarrage!
Je vais te traquer comme un animal! Ne restez pas sur vos mains!
He's an assassin!
Seigneur!
Poussez-vous! Poussez-vous! After him, faster! In die Rache Gottes!
Kill him! Kill the assassin! Out of my damn way! Come back here! I'll have your head!
Someone's going to get hurt.
You think you can outrun me?
I wonder what he's up to. Why must he run around?
Il ne doit pas s'échapper!
Euch entlaufen! Lass ihn nicht entkommen! Thief!
This'll keep...
In die Rache Gottes!
C'est assassin! euch über den Haufen
Why are they
rennen!
fighting?
Lasst ihn nicht entteilen! Move, move! Du bist mein! Lasst ihn nicht entteilen!
Assassin! Stop him! What can I say? He vanished.
Stop!
What news?
William of Montferrat is dead, and with him his plans for betrayal.
You've done well keeping Akka from his hands.
But why now, when the Crusaders require unity most? Could have waited.
Waited for what? For Richard to return and discover his schemes? No. It was the perfect time for him to strike.
Strange. I was sure he meant to take Akka for Conrad, yet he claimed this was not his plan.
You cannot trust the words of a snake, which even in death produces venom.
I should discuss this with Al-Muallim.
Yes, my friend. Make haste for Masyaf. I am sure he is eager for news.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Done already?
Get up.
Whatever you say, Doc.
I'm ending the session. No, I'll be right there. You're sure about this? Yes. No. Everything's Denver. I don't see how he could... Of course. I understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Sounds like they're mounting some kind of rescue attempt. Guess you're more important than you realized.
Man, things just keep getting weirder and weirder around here.
It was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
That little fight your ancestors started during the Third Crusade, it never ended. You're being held by Templars.
Vidic's a Templar?
There's no way you could have known. They hide it so well. But to answer your question, Vidic works for them. We all do. Abstergo is their company.
I thought Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination with, like, the lizard people.
No. Except the part about world domination, I guess. Look, Desmond, it's complicated. Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy tinfoil hat-wearing nut jobs. The other half is misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started working here, it's that there's no such thing. It's all so relative. I guess the best way to explain it is, what they want is good. But the way they're going about it, it's bad. Really bad.
What are they trying to do? Lucy.
Yes.
Miss Stillman, I need to speak with you. Get up here, now!
On my way, Doctor. I'm sorry, Desmond. I have to go. You should turn in for the night. The answers to all of your questions are right in front of you. You just have to know where to look.
Missed you this morning, Doc.
Get in the Animus.
star carriers can easily break your cover if you cause them to drop.
Come in, Altair. I trust you are well rested? Ready for your remaining trials?
I am, but I'd speak with you first. I have questions.
Ask then. I'll do my best to answer.
The merchant king of Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd-ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Akka with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is why.
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name, that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land, and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve their goals without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Eris used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power you claim it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it. Whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects, to be ready for when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people, make them like Gagne's men.
The perfect citizens. The perfect soldiers. A perfect world.
Robert de Sable must never have this back.
So long as he and his brothers live, they will try.
Then they must be destroyed.
Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who require your attention. One in Akka, known as Sibrand. One in Damas, called Jubair. Visit with the Bureau leaders. They'll instruct you further.
As you wish.
Be quick about it. No doubt Robert de Sable is made nervous by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best to expose you. They know you come, the man in the white hood. They'll be looking for you.
They won't find me. I'm but a blade in a crowd.
Here, my gift to you, in gratitude for the good work you've done.